What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 52 of our NC State Return to Primetime Dynasty. This is our week 14 recruiting. This is our last week before we head off to the ACC championship game. After taking down our in-state rivals in Duke and UNC, we improved to 11-1 on the season. So hopefully we will take the championship game and move on to possibly the Orange Bowl or the BCS National Championship. That's right. We are number 4 in the nation, which puts us in prime position to possibly win if one of the top 2 squads, basically, if they choose to lose in their own championship games, maybe we can actually get in. The top 2 teams in the nation right now are LSU and Wisconsin, so if they both lose, then me and USC will both move up if I win the ACC championship game against our opponent in the blank, because I'm not going to reveal the opponent until the end of the video. So we're working on Dan Hayes. We did finally get the last athletic player that we were targeting in our chosen recruiting base. So but anyways, I want to talk to you guys about the Duke game. We got up 14-0 pretty early, and then we surrendered 7 points, and then got up 14 again, 21-7, and they scored, made it a 7-point game again, and then we scored and made it a 28-14 game, and then they scored. So then we scored a field goal, and they scored, so it was 28-31. 4-point game, and then it got kind of scary there at the end with that with the interception late, and so then whenever Control picked it off at around the 10-yard line, that was something else too. I literally was like, yes! And whenever that happened, whenever I actually was playing the game, and then as well during that final drive that we kind of had when we capped it off with that touchdown. I really enjoyed it because it was kind of, it's kind of nice to kind of score that. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of how do you say it? Poetic in the way that we won, in the way that we scored a touchdown to Wilkinson on a deep route. To end the season on a good note. So hopefully we can pull off the ACC championship game. And if we can, then again, we're in prime position to take a spot, possibly in the national championship spot, in the national championship slot, which would be so awesome to see. But if not, if we do win and nobody else loses, then we will be facing USC in the Discover Orange Bowl. So my favorite team in real life will be going against my favorite team in the game right now, NC State. And so, whatever happens the next 2 games, because we'll get into a bowl no matter what happens. I guess there'll be one more episode after episode 54. It'll be probably 55, and so which will just be kind of a recap of what happened this season, and then a sound off for this series with NC State, and then we'll move on to Return to Primetime in 2014 with the not going to remove that yet either until the actual first video comes out. Again, the Duke Dynasty videos, I'm going to kind of reveal what kind of happened. I think I'm just going to play the rest of them and just tell you guys what happened and show you guys what happened as well. That will be afterwards. Splinter Cell comes out tomorrow, being the 20th. Sorry, today's the 19th. So this video probably won't go up until the weekend sometime, if even that, a little bit later. I got to go and release one of the Call of Duty gameplays, and Raw comes on in 13 minutes, so I gotta be ready to go for that. SummerSlam was awesome. If you guys did not check out SummerSlam, make sure to find some kind of way to watch it. Daily Motion usually has it, but or I think you can still buy it and watch it online. I recorded it off my DVR. No, I didn't. No, I didn't do that. Never mind. I did not record it, thankfully, because I know that's technically illegal, so I did not record it. But it was excellent. The ending really surprised me. I kind of called it, what was going to happen, but it was just, they did it so well. And I'm going to see what the reverberations are in the company after that. So We're kind of working on our scouting as we finish up the amount of points for our scouts. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Marcus Thomas. We have not had somebody just automatic recruit and accept our scholarship offer in a while. So if that happens at all in the next couple of weeks, after whatever bowl game that we play in, I'll have to let you guys know what goes on. I know originally they had us playing in the Sugar Bowl against Texas, and I do not want to have another Sugar Bowl victory underneath my belt. I want to move up to a bigger bowl. Again, preferably the Orange Bowl. The Rose Bowl would be cool. Or even the National Championship game would be fantastic for our program. I'd be so happy that actually happened. But we'll have to see what happens. Maybe the NCAA football gods will give us a sign. Sadly, it's kind of looking at what happened this season. If we had won that overtime game against Tennessee and everything else played out correctly, we would be undefeated right now and probably sitting at number 1 or 2 or even 3 at undefeated, which we would definitely be wanting a pass into the BCS title game. So, which is where the playoff system would be nice because we would possibly have a shot at this point to get in. So that's something to think about. Oh, excuse me. I had to yawn really bad. So I'm going to go release a Call of Duty video. I believe it will probably be a game on Aftermath. Probably my best game I've ever gotten on Aftermath. But that'll probably be what happens. So as we finish up recruiting, we're going to go ahead and move on through the week as everybody else finishes up their main and last games of the season. I'm kind of glad we got a bye week. That means our guys can rest up and be healthy for the possibility of who we may be playing next, and we'll see. And as the recruiting boards fill, we're making our phone calls, and we'll see all the people that have signed with different people like Michigan, Pittsburgh, got a guy. And so we'll process our recruits, advancing the conference championship week, as Georgia Tech gets a nice wide receiver there. But, daggum. That's something interesting I want to point out about these games. Especially the last 3, I'm pretty sure. No, the last 2. With the ESPN updates, they've already been predetermined in the way of scores. So that's something to keep in mind. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll be able to see what the score is on specific games before we actually move on to play in our conference championship game. Well, we were pretty close to winning it last year, and so we will see who we are playing this year, and it will be a rematch of the 2012 ACC Championship game between NC State and Valtech. Last year we had a kind of a stunning loss. It was a really close game, but we ended up losing, and that put us down to face Texas A&M in the Sugar Bowl. So we will play the number 5 team in the nation, and as we can see, they are supposed to be destroying us. They have a really good team. Their defense is number 5 overall with a number 3 passing defense. So that means I must be running the ball a lot better than I am right now. They have 10 turnover differential, and Herb Street is picking us. I would probably say all the other experts would probably be picking against us. But we kind of go in as the underdog, honestly. They're 10-2 and they're 7-1 in conference, but I think they're a lot stronger of a team, but they do have a defensive tackle and left guard out, so that may be a big deal as they've won 5 straight and we have won 11 straight. As you can look at our games again, if we had not lost that game in OT, we may be sitting undefeated, but they lost their opening game against Bama and their I guess that'd be midway point in the Terrapins. They lost to the Terrapins. We have 22 interceptions with Bug Mangum this year, 25 touchdowns. They have only thrown 13 with Peterson. I don't think he was quarterbacking them last year. I'll have to go back and look, but if so, then it'll definitely be a good rematch. So next time, guys, the NC State Wolfpack will take on the Virginia Tech Hokies in a showdown in the ACC Championship game in Atlanta. Top 10 teams battle it out for the ACC Championship game. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.